Yeah.
Well, that's great because we're gonna start recording.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Actually, let me grab some water real quick.
No, my timbre.
I know we just started, and so whatever. I'm gonna go to the other room.
Ow!
So suck it.
Yeah. We still sound way more buttery smooth even with the little switch right there.
Yeah, we do. You know what it is? I think that's the difference. I think it doesn't downgrade when you go live. I think that's the only difference. Because I don't even notice any difference, honestly.
Yeah. So.
Well.
Of course, it's funny because the Nexus was too old. Because normally they can attach a cord between two phones and like get all your pictures and like.
Yeah.
And they couldn't. They're like, your Nexus is too old. And I was like, God, shit.
Try going from a straight talk Android burner phone to an HTC One M7. Like, and it was really funny because HTC had this great feature they were bragging about where you can literally. If you had like NFC or whatever on both phones, you could just touch the backs of the phones, and supposedly it would just transfer it over magically. So I'm sitting there like a fucking moron in my living room, just mashing my two phones together. Like, why isn't it working? Legitimately thinking it would work.
like if you mash your phones together, you think like one of them will get pregnant and make a new phone.
That's basically what they said would happen. They were like, if you do this, your data will transfer over. It's that easy. So I just look like a fucking moron, just slapping them together like, eh.
And then you have to find out which of your devices is like the female, and which is the male.
They both have female ends. None of them have male ends. I don't know what to do here. Is this what lesbians feel like all the time?
Yeah. Yes, it is. Exactly. They feel like two phones who can't quite transfer the picture.
Am I the only one that really wished that would have been the cue for Emily to join the call?
Is she joining?
She said maybe on the event, so we'll see.
Wow. Yeah.
Probably like last week where she comes up for like Dr. Know-It-All or something.
Yeah.
And then promptly disappears into the ether.
Into the Google ether.
The ether.
The Goother.
Goother.
Let's do warm up. Wait, actually, first, how are our
Zap.
levels? Zap.
Zip.
Figliano.
Bong.
Gamma.
You guys all have controls for audio. Do we all
right,
sound about
quick,
the same?
Mike, run to where Ed is. Ed, have you seen my kitty?
What does the cat look like?
He's over there, over that mountain.
Let me go to the Google effects, see if that. So the other day I was like the day after we recorded, like last Monday. I was just thinking about the ending of our episode where you just started mashing the dial button and like, can you hear that? Can you hear that? And it just kept going and going and going for like 5 minutes. And I was just sitting alone in a room and I started thinking about that and just started laughing maniacally. And people were just like walking by my office like, what the hell's wrong with you? I'm like, it was the gong! I was like, okay.
I won't lie,
That's
I've done
cool.
that. I've done that in my office. Like, I'll listen to the episodes that we had just recorded just to like, because I'm like, I wonder if they're as funny as I remember them, or I hope they're funnier than I remember them, and like, I'll find myself and we're in an open office, so it's like, you know, people next to me, behind me, I just go like, no explanation or anything. I'm just smirking and or lolling. So. Let's do our warm up of the thing.
Zap.
Zap.
Zip-zap.
So how about me, Ed, Matt?
Right.
We'll do a quick round of this guy.
All right.
Wham.
Blam.
Wham blam.
Blam blam.
blam.
Do.
Cun.
T.
Cunt.
Cunt.
Oh, I guess we're starting over.
Waffle.
House.
Waffle
House.
Do.
Ham.
Sandwich.
Ham sandwich.
Ham sandwich. Do.
Glore.
E.
Glory.
Glory. Do. Pan.
Handle.
Panhandle. Do.
Panhandle.
Blur.
Panhandler.
Panhandler.
Do.
Cass.
Party.
Cast
Party. Do. Fran.
Sandwich.
Fran
Sandwich. Do.
Okay. We're awful warm. All right.
Toasty.
Turn the thermostat up, just
Oh, guys, we may have a listener this week.
What?
Oh man. Oh no. I wasn't prepared for this.
Which one?
of the one?
All of our fans.
All of our fan.
Well, we have two, and
Oh no. Now we have none.
no, you're not. Okay.
Not no more. We
Oh,
don't.
Well. Oh.
Oh, it's back.
Ugh.
Okay. I wish, we really should have started recording for that earlier conversation. That would have been all the banter we need, but now we'll have to figure it out as we go. Oh, well.
If only now we have to get off track.
Damn it!
How will we do that?
All right, let's start the intro. I'm sure we'll find plenty of tangents. Hey, this is
Oh,
Chimp
that's
Knuckles.
never-
Oh, never mind.
Sorry.
Damn it, Ed! Hey, this is
Hey,
Chimp
this is
Knuckles.
Chimp Knuckles.
God damn it! Okay, hang on. Hey, this is Chimp Knuckles. Did you say it? Did you talk? God damn it. Hey, this is Chimp Knuckles. This is Mike. I am the only one speaking. And we are an improv show. Hi. We are an improv comedy performance podcast we do weekly, every time.
Perfect.
Yes. And we're done.
Flawless victory. Ben sounds supposed to sound.
Ben Sounds
Good job,
Sounds
Ben.
don't know how to do it. Chimp Podcast.
Now the world.
Do not move.
To the beam.
That was terrifying. That was really loud.
Everybody gets gonged. I am Mike Devine. I am your host. And we got a whiz banger today. Apparently, do we ever? We are coming to you live over the magic of Google Hangouts. If we sound significantly less, what do we call it? Cotton balls mouthed, or what? Balls mouthed.
The industry term.
The industry term for when you sound like balls in your mouth. Google has this neat feature. Google Hangouts is what we use for these shows, and they have a nice feature called Studio Mode, where you can click that button, click that option, and your voice just sounds better. And they had this brilliant idea to hide that in the settings. So for almost an entire year, I didn't think it was a thing. I thought it was a myth because I read up on it and I'm like, I can't find this. It must not be real. And I just stopped looking for it. And then I found it just randomly one day. So now we no longer sound like we're all calling into a talk radio show at the same time and talking over each other. Now we sound like we're in a studio talking over each other. So it's much improved. I'm actually really looking forward to listening to this because it's going to sound buttery smooth.
Yeah, Mike just takes a tub of Brummel and Brown and just puts it in the microwave, and then just listens to it, just kind of goes.
What is Brumbling Brown? Is that a Mississippi thing?
No, it's a brand of yogurt.
What? That's not okay.
Brumble and Brown.
I mean,
Brumble and Brown or Brumbling Brown?
No, wait, it's like butter. It's like yogurt and butter.
What? That is a Mississippi thing. There's no way
no,
every
it is
state
not.
allows that.
No, because we had it in Indiana and they have it in Louisiana, and
So those three states allow it.
Google it now. I will Google it now.
Is it Bramble and Brown or Bramble and Brown?
Brummel and Brown.
Brumble.
Like the color.
Brumble and Brown?
Brummel.
Brumble and Brown.
This is a real thing. It's
Okay. Put a pin in that because that's your sex position. I'm assigning you that as your sex position. Okay.
Brummel and Brown.
Brumble
Okay.
and
Right,
Brown.
so everyone has, the entire show to make it perfect.
Stay
What
tuned. It
means.
better be fucking good. Stay tuned.
So right now, you know how AVG bothers you every 6 seconds about updating for your security features? Well, right now there's this little thing, and just the 3 sentences they put together for me are, "It's March, it's mad, it's 66% off."
What?
And I don't know what they're trying to actually sell.
It sounds like some sort of warning about your scabies isn't completely gone yet.
Yeah,
It's gonna come
go
back with
to
a
your
vengeance.
Fourth appointment. Maybe it'll be 80% off at that point and less mad.
You're only 2/3 of the way done with your treatment. If you don't stop, they're gonna come back with a vengeance. Let me tell you, because it's March and it's scabies season.
Yes.
So let's.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna meet the players.
Hello.
First up, we've got Ed Foose, aka
Hello.
Ed Foose. Ed is a big fan of chocolate. He recently submitted to a chocolatier sweepstakes with an essay about why he loves chocolate, and he's currently sitting in a bathtub full of chocolate as we speak. Ed, how are you doing?
I love chocolate. It is the best. Give me all the chocolate. And that's the essay I submitted, and they listened, and it just goes to show that sometimes people will actually listen to you, and it just feels really great when they do.
Well said. Okay.
The best essay, best work.
Best work. And next we got Matt Leese, a.k.a. Stromba. Matt is a type 2 diabetic who has gained 600 pounds in 7 weeks by eating nothing but chocolate. Matt, how are you doing today?
Oh, God.
I'm so glad we have the improved microphones because I'll hear every bit of that awesome noise that you just made.
How many Matt tongue clicks do you want to hear? Well,
all of
I got
them.
'em.
I love the fat man grumble. It really sold me on how many folds were in your skin there.
Ew.
All right, we've met the players. We're going to go ahead. We're going to jump into our first game. Our first game is a game we call Try That On for Size. Try That On for Size. Would anyone like to lead, or I'll lead?
I'll lead.
Okay.
Okay, this is a game called Try That On for Size. This is a game where players try things on for size. So we're going to give each of our players an action, and they're going to have to come up with a sound effect that has to do with that action. So let's say, hey, Matt, you are falling down the stairs. Try that on for size.
I'm falling down the stairs. Try that on for size.
So then Mike has to take that sound effect and then change the action like this.
That wasn't a snowball. That was a dirty diaper. Try it on for size.
And they just keep going back and forth until one of them messes up. And then we do this, and I guess we'll do best 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5, or I don't even know.
That was really fucking loud. That scared me.
Yeah, the sound
Why is it so much louder?
I don't know. Is it in your settings?
Studio mode. God damn it.
I'm
All right.
studio mode.
Google, why can't we just have this, Google? Why can't we just have this?
Why can't you be an absolutely free service and be perfect so we can do this for free?
To be fair, Google's the only company that's a reasonable expectation.
Yeah, I guess so.
They're the only ones.
All right. So let's start with Mike this time. Mike, you are an angry thundercloud.
Blah, 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 blah. I'm an angry thundercloud. Try that on for size.
Blah, 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 blah. I'm a fat rich man getting angry at someone. Try that on for size.
Blah, 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 blah. I'm a broken carburetor in a motorcycle. Try it on for size.
Blah, 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 blah. I have a horrible stutter and I'm trying to pronounce butter. Try that on for size.
Blah, 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 blah. I'm the spokesman for Bramble and Brown, the butter yogurt. Try it on for size.
Blah, 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 blah. I'm the most intimidating but friendly fish. Try that on for size.
Blah, 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 blah. Leaf blowers don't work underwater. Try that on for size.
Blah, 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 blah. I'm motorboating someone. Try that on for size.
Blah, 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 blah. I'm a baby born with emphysema. Try that on for size.
Oh.
Blah, 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 blah. I'm very hastily trying to skip past a large segment of writing while explaining something to someone. Try that on for size.
Blah, 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 blah. I'm a very cold caveman disagreeing. Try that on for size.
Blah, 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 blah. I am purposely throwing a boxing match so Jimmy Two Williamson's shoelaces can win the bout.
All right. What? No, I have one. All right.
Okay,
fine.
go.
Blah, 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 blah. I forgot it. Fuck.
Boom. All right. Point to Matt. Yay. You are in a car wreck. You're a car that is crashing. We'll start with Mike. You're the challenger.
Jeez.
I'm a car wreck. Try that on for size.
I'm a really stupid baby pooping his pants. Try that on for size.
The cat fell out the window again. Try that on for size.
I'm getting really excited for a whoopee cushion that I already knew was there. Try that on for size.
Oh, why'd you have to open the door into the poop room? Try that on for size.
I'm a window scrubber and a bird just pooped on my head. Try that on for size.
My tricycle just crashed into a fat man. Try that on for size.
I was just in a horrific skydiving accident that was very funny to any outside spectator. Try that on for size.
I really don't think adding sound effects to the Challenger explosion was a good idea. Try that on for size. I'm just terrible today.
If hitting mosquitoes with your car windshield had a sound, try that on for size.
If what I just did to that hooker isn't right, I don't want to be wrong. Wait, fuck. Damn it. Never mind. I lose.
Wait, what?
Okay.
If what I just did,
If you call yourself out, okay.
it was,
Alright,
it was
fine, okay.
no mine because I failed to deliver on my great premise of that. It was supposed to be if what I just did to that hooker is wrong. Hey, I don't want to be right, but I fucked it up so bad I don't deserve to win.
Okay, I was just gonna let that slide, but point Matt. All right.
Yay.
This is the last one. This last one's for 9 million points.
Oh wow,
The
that
pa-
seems
the
really
past-
unfair.
Well, the past two are worth 1 point each. So Matt's at
Okay.
2, Mike's at 1, and
What?
whoever
What?
gets
Like, come on.
It's fine.
This feels very weighted against you guys.
this one is worth 9 million. So
Okay.
you are drowning, and we'll start with Matt on this one.
I'm drowning. Try that on precise.
I just got into a car accident with the bumbling brown guy. Drop it on precise.
I'm done. I can't do that effect again. Mike can win.
All right, so the score is Mike gets 9,000,001, and
Where did he get the one?
he gets a point for trying, for showing up
A for
at
effort.
the battle, and then Matt, you get 2. But we're gonna give you a tax on that, so you actually just get like 1 1/3.
And I actually received that tax.
Yes. So Mike gets 9,002,333.
Well, it started as 2, but then I invested it overseas, and so now it's worth 10 million.
You put it in the stock market on a particularly good year, so
Yeah.
you know.
I invested it overseas. You know, the third letter of the alphabet. So, take that how you will.
I invested.
I don't want to take it.
I don't take it at all.
It's an aggressive frown bone today.
I invested over bees, so I get all the honey and the wax.
Okay. Let's go ahead. We're going to go on to our next game. Our next game is a game we call Audiobook.
Yay!
Yay!
Audiobook
Good job.
is... What was that?
Want me to lead it?
Oh, okay.
Cool. Oh, jeez.
jeez. Oh, jeez.
What? I'm
Oh,
doing
jeez.
it. Okay.
All right,
Oh,
so
jeez.
here we go. So, this is the
jeez,
game of
so.
audio. Oh, excuse me, everyone.
You're
It's time.
excused.
Thank you. All right. Jesus. So this is the game of audiobook. The way this game works is we have 2 players here who will be retelling us a famous story or book. We will take turns with who's speaking, and I will switch between them using a cash register sound like this. And the quirk here is that each one of them has a character trait or has a certain aspect about them that makes telling the story funnier or harder. And by the end, we will have a completely retold synopsis of a famous story. So that being said, let's see if I can get a suggestion for a famous book. Actually, you know what? It was on my mind today. So why don't we do Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? Or that one? All right, so we'll go Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And let me just see if I can come up with a couple of characteristics for our players here. Mike, you believe the moon landing was faked even though you were there. And Ed, you are a space probe lost on a foreign planet trying to get help so you can come home.
Okay.
All right? So, players, this is the game of audiobook. Your suggestion is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Cool. We'll begin with Mike. Begin.
You know, they said it was just a training exercise, but it felt damn real to me. But I tell you what, you can't see shit out of those shields. Out of those little eye things they have you in. You can't see a damn thing. I didn't know where I was. I could have been at Disneyland for all I know. In fact, I'm pretty sure I was, because I saw people with mouse ears when I looked out the window. So, the first thing you gotta understand is, when Earth explodes, and then there's improbability drives, and then that's it. That's as unlikely as going to the moon, where, there's no gravity, and where you can't see out of your space helmet, so they just tell you, hey, you landed. Okay, great. What now? I don't know what.
Beep, beep, burp. It has been 1 day since the Earth exploded. We are now in the Vogon planet. We are trying to escape their ship and trying to get out of the Vogon planet. Boop, boop. Installing Babelfish drive in 3, 2, Babelfish drive completed.
I tell you another thing, there was a lot more color on the moon than what you saw on TV. Which makes me think, I mean, we had color TV. If they were so good at making colors, why couldn't they colorize the moon? Why couldn't that be in color too? I think that 1 and 1 just don't add up here. You know what else I think? I think that vaccinations don't work either. Because I think that if they did, we would have reached the moon. But we didn't because I was there, and we're not on the moon now, are we? There's not even an Earth. You tell me how that makes sense. Don't. That's how...
Passing by the moon, seeing no one on the moon. At this point, we ask the deep thought for their greatest answer. 42 is the greatest answer. I'm trying to get home. Boop.
I'll tell you another thing. Before they sent me off to the quote-unquote moon, they gave me a moon vaccination. And I'll tell you what, I fell asleep. You know, I was just mumbling in my sleep, sleepwalking the whole time. Doesn't matter where. I could have been underwater. In fact, I probably was. Because you know what? There's no color underwater. That makes a hell of a lot more sense than why I wouldn't have been on the colored moon, because the moon is made of colors. And, you know, when they vaccinate you against the moon, you go colorblind. That's science is what that is. Now, let me tell you something. If I were on the moon, and the moon was real, what is that in the sky there? Huh? It's not the moon, because the moon isn't colored. It's the colored moon. If I were on there, I would have seen some colors. But I wasn't. I was underwater with my moon vaccination. Because that's just, you know, that's science, and I can prove it. Look at these little holes in my arm. See? Those are totally needle holes from moon vaccinations.
Beep. It has been day 1,897,287 days, 4 hours, 26 minutes, and 9 seconds since the Earth was destroyed. I am now touring the galaxy with Zephyr, Beeblebrox, and Marvin. I want to go back home, but cannot. I want to go back home.
Can you tell that I've never read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? I threw out the only 2 things I knew about it right from the get-go.
Hey, that's fine.
It was gone.
I do hope that one day anti-vaxxers grab into the fact that if vaccinations worked, why didn't we land on the moon?
Yeah. I mean, come on.
I think just clash those 2 things together would be really
Wake up,
good.
sheeple.
Good job, guys. I like that. I
I
like it.
I like it. Okay.
Woohoo!
Wow. Let's go ahead. We're going to jump into our next game. Our next game is a game we call It'd Be Funnier If. It'd Be Funnier If is a game for Ed and Matt. They're going to conduct a scene. We're going to get a suggestion from that scene from our best friend in the whole wide world, the random noun generator.
I'm not your best friend in the whole wide world?
No, we've been over this. Friends are what? No, yes, you're not.
Oh.
We're all in this together.
No, we're not. We're not, though. It's just me and the random noun generator.
We're all podcasting from across the U.S.
Exactly.
Although mostly
Across
on the
the
eastern
us.
side.
Well, I mean, yeah, Alex isn't here. It really kind of rounds it out with the being on that West Coast
He
vibe.
averages us out and places us somewhere in, like,
Nebraska, maybe?
North Dakota, Nebraska, somewhere in there.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
I guess I'm the only one kind of, below the Mason-Dixon line, so, I mean...
Yeah.
You racist.
Oh,
Okay,
it's not
so.
me. It's my state's heritage. It's not me. It's the flag. But okay. Something that's hilarious. There hasn't been a resolution of it yet, but there's a group of people that are suing the state for their flag being institutionalized hate speech, and it's just wonderful. Because I want them to win so badly. Because it's wonderful.
Yeah. So I actually have some here interested in giving some suggestions for a couple of games. So maybe if we do Dr. Know-It-All or something or whatever.
Yes.
So.
We will keep that in our back pocket. But in the meantime, let's get going to the random noun generator for some scenes. And, okay, your suggestion for this scene is Betty. Betty is your suggestion.
Betty?
What? Your scene suggestion. Betty.
Betty.
The word
Right.
Betty. Betty is your scene suggestion.
Does the audience know how this game is played?
BEDD.
Not yet, they don't. It'd Be Funnier If is a game where we take that scene, that Betty scene, the Betty-based scene, and they're going to, Ed and Matt are going to perform it to the best of their abilities, but I'm going to go ahead and interrupt them because as the runner of the game, I do in fact know what would make the scene funnier, and I'm going to constantly interject my opinion, and they're just going to have to live with it. So, for example, I may stop the scene and go, "It'd be funnier if Ed's hand was covered in," and then I hit the random noun generator yet again, and I get rat.
Oh, I got rats on my hand.
And then rats, and then that's
I'm allergic.
Quiet down, audience. And then that's how it goes. That's how the scene is. So, all right. So
Big Bang Theory levels of laugh track contest this week.
Damn. Okay, so we got our scene suggestion is Betty. We understand how the game is going to be played. Players of the game of It'd Be Funnier If. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Begin.
Okay, mommy, it's time for me to go Betty bye. I'm gonna go to sleep, and I'm gonna wake up at 5 in the morning, and I'm gonna eat breakfast and go to school. It's gonna be amazing. Why you giving me that face? Why are you looking at?
Honey, I told you not to come into the room until Mommy finished her special medicine.
Well, I mean, I just wanted you to know because you always get mad at me when I don't tell you what I'm doing, and I just want to say...
It'd be funnier if Mommy's special medicine was... lettuce.
I just sometimes, salad time can be family time.
You are the worst runt out of my litter.
Everyone
else has hopped off and, gotten eaten by a hawk, but you're still here.
Because I want to get away from the hawks, okay?
Honey, we all want to get away from the hawks, but let's just face it, our goal in life was to get eaten.
That's your goal. I want to be more than that. I want
Have
to
you
go to
seen how
Broadway.
fucking cute we are?
It'd be funnier if their goal in life was to be... sealed.
See, I don't want to be sealed up forever. I want to go to Broadway and be a singer and a dancer. And
Once
it'll be great.
1 trillion rabbits are sealed, the Earth's resurrection can happen. I don't understand why this is still such a confusing
But
concept
like,
to you.
what's one rabbit gonna make? Like, if we're like, it's like if we're gonna get like to 99 billion, and they're gonna say like, nope, you need one more rabbit. Like, they're not gonna do that. They're gonna be like, oh wow.
That math wasn't even close to correct. My one litter runt is an idiot as well. Oh my god.
I can do
It'd be
music.
funnier if the rabbits lived in... a helmet.
I just want to get out of the helmet. I want to go follow
War
the
is hell!
I feel the strong urge to illustrate just a rabbit in a helmet yelling at his son while he's drunk on lettuce that he can't go to Broadway because the hawks are coming.
I'm not a fighter. I'm an artist.
None of us are fighters.
War is hell.
We're all vegetarians. We're rabbits.
Good, now that we've explained all the jokes, we can laugh.
Charlton.
Jesus Christ.
So loud. Okay. Do we want
No.
Okay. Do we want to do an interrogation?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure. Who wants to be
Can I
interrogated?
guess? I haven't guessed in a while.
I could probably get some suggestions.
Yeah. So Matt. All right. So then Matt, do you want to run it and give
Yeah.
suggestions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
I'm going to turn off my volume. Send me a Facebook message or something.
give me 1 second here.
I'm going away. I can't hear you. Oh no.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, I'm learning
Oh Jesus.
with where they were at and crime that wasn't really a crime. Okay, so this is the game of interrogation. The way this game works is we have a crook who is going. We caught him red-handed, and we were bringing him in for questioning because he knows all the answers. I'm sorry, we know all the answers to who he was with, where he was at, and what he was doing that wasn't really a crime. but he doesn't know them. And so we're going to have to use clues to get him to guess so he can give us a full confession so we can book him. Does that make sense?
No.
Thanks. Rejection Kermit. You're like the
Rejection Kermit.
You're like Kermit's younger. Okay. He was with Benedict Cumberbatch and a nunnery.
Sure.
And then let me wait. One more suggestion here. So Benedict I'm sorry. The actual suggestion I got was Benedict Cumbersomething, a nunnery, and he was putting on eyeliner.
Of course.
All right. Of course.
Of course.
That means I'll give you a little thank you here. All right. So ping Ed back in. So wait, one more second. I'm sorry. Benedict Cumberbatch, a nunnery, putting on eyeliner. All right, ping him in.
ED.
Ed! Snake!
Snake!
Whoa.
All
right.
Sorry, guys. I was too busy farting.
Yeah,
Notice
too
you.
busy farting. Get in here.
Now
Grab
get in
him.
there. Sit down.
Grab him. Put him down.
I'm doing it.
You
I'm
make
doing
me
it.
sick. You know that?
You come back every time we let you go. Like, you come back several times for every time we let you go. You come back in batches. That's every time, man. What is with
What I
you?
do, I want to come back 20 times stronger than I did before. So
I mean,
we're
maybe,
gonna
but
get better.
tell you what, though. You think you'd be better at our job than we are at that point. You spend so much time with, surrounded by other great detectives like us. You'd think
Yeah.
you'd just be great at your job. But no, you're not.
Instead, you're just, hanging out at art museums, just, stealing more arty all the time.
All the time.
All of it. All the time.
All the time,
You know what I never understood is your obsession with that American spy, Arnold. That guy. What the hell's so great about him?
What?
I mean, what's so
Son,
great about
let me
that?
tell you something. I am completely innocent. I was not stealing art. No matter what you say. Never.
No, you were not. We're not even
No.
paying. We don't even care what you were doing yet or where you
Yeah.
were. What I want to know is who you were with, you son of a bitch.
Well,
this time.
it's elementary, really. I mean, I was with Dr. Watson. Actually, James Watson.
I mean, you might have been.
You might have been.
Who knows? I mean, I
In
know
this
that.
interpretation.
Well,
Yeah. It really depends. It really all depends. But in that particular mindset, you may be, you maybe not be.
All I know is
All I know is
you make a heck of a better detective than you did a dragon. I'll tell you that.
I mean, I got a whole batch of people I could be pulling from, really.
just a whole batch of them.
Really.
You
know.
can come for those batches every time you want.
Every time, really.
Yeah, you could do that.
Well,
I won't
see,
watch.
I've never, as much as I would like to have met him, I don't think I've ever actually interacted with Benedict Cumberbatch.
That's
You
a
admit it. You listened to
That's
my
a lie.
name.
We know you were with him.
You have very loud fanfares in this.
That's right. That's how we know. That's how the whole precinct knows we got a
That's
confession
where your
out of you.
tax dollars are going. Now,
Wow.
we know who you were with. The question is where you were at and why were you at this place?
I mean,
That's
For
you to
someone
find
so
out.
nasty, you should not be hanging out here.
You call me nasty. You think I'm nasty? You haven't seen the tip of the iceberg.
Just,
That's
you know what?
not-
As long as you never get thee there again, then I don't care. All right? I don't care at all.
I don't even know how he got there. I mean, the only way you can get there is by the air, and there's only one of them that can fly.
Do you know what I know about this? None. I know nothing about this.
Oh,
I know
none?
nothing.
You know none?
I have none information for you.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Is that what
Yeah,
I got to say?
maybe some better grammar. You could give us some better grammar, maybe?
Why don't you grammarize that for us?
They didn't
Come on,
teach
where
me
you at?
They didn't teach me grammar in Catholic school.
I should hope
They
not.
didn't. No.
But what? I mean, yeah. But they didn't teach you
Yeah.
anything until after you graduated.
Yeah, and ended
Go on
up...
to the next step.
Why would I even go to a nunnery?
Oh, I knew it.
Benedict Cumberbatch in a nunnery.
You
That
hear
just
that,
sounds
Prince?
nasty
Vote
to begin
yes
with.
again.
What would we be doing there? What would we even be doing
Oh, it was
there?
nasty. It was almost nigh unspeakable. Nigh unspeakable.
I mean, you think your eyes are dark enough, but nope,
Yeah.
not yet. Not
I
yet.
couldn't
they ain't.
believe what I saw. I couldn't believe it.
It's like somebody punched you in the eyeballs twice.
Yeah. If imitating a raccoon is what you're going for, you fucking nailed it.
Yep.
And it's still just...
You crossed the line, man. Guys shouldn't cross that line.
We can cross whatever line we want to. You know, you can't just make up the rules.
You mean
as
you're
go
what are you,
along.
some kind of liner? Some kind of cross liner? Yeah? Is that what you are? Is that what you think you're some kind of tough man?
Look. I cross my T's and dot my I's. You don't even know. You don't
know
even
that.
know.
I know that.
I bet
We all
you do.
know that. God.
I know I do.
But why would Benedict Cumberbatch be putting on eyeliner?
Oh, you tell me.
You
All right, let's
tell
get a full
us.
confession. You tell us.
Come on.
You tell us.
You have no motive. You have no motive. Well, we were with Benedict Cumberbatch. So what? And we were at a nunnery, and maybe we had some fun with the eyeliner. But
Book 'em.
Get him out of here.
Book 'em.
Get him out of here. Put another quarter in the convict jar.
Cling.
Yeah.
Ding, ding.
All right.
Nice.
I gotta say, the very powerful fanfares definitely add a
Yeah, that's just the...
element of just
Danger. Like, you better hurry up before those trumpets get any closer. Okay. All right. Well, indubitably, Watson. So let's go on. We're gonna do our next game. Our next game is a game that we call Dr. Junior. Dr. Junior is a game is the name of a special individual who shows up from time to time to dispense advice, much like his wayward father, Dr. Know-It-All. Except Dr. Junior, whereas Dr. Know-It-All has 3 heads and speaks one word at a time, Dr. Junior only has 2, which makes him something of a black sheep and has caused him a lot of trouble. He's gotten mixed up in some woeful situations in the past, and last time we spoke to him, he even grew another head. But he shed that head now, and he's back to junioring. And we're going to welcome him back in here. Dr. Junior, it is great to see you again after all this time. How are you doing this evening?
sucky,
Terrible.
awful,
Not,
good,
sir.
at,
All.
sir.
Well, that's a shame. I'm sorry to hear that, but you do bear the weight of only 2 heads a lot better than 3, so that's good. That's a plus. We have some questions here for you from the wayward souls over at Yahoo Answers. Yahoo Answers has a whole plethora of questions that need answering, and who better than the 2-headed Dr. Junior himself? So, for my first question for you is, how do you consider Mariah Carey?
Great,
Unfortunately.
not,
Amazingly.
however,
She
doesn't
understand
me
at
all.
hmm,
Heh.
sir.
Okay, well, that's a shame. That's a real shame. I heard Mariah Carey doesn't respect many, so you're not alone there. Our next question is, has feminist research proven that the Easter Bunny is sexist yet?
Yes,
Unfortunately,
Easter,
is
terrible.
and
Women,
should
avoid,
Easter
always,
at
today,
and
always,
and
ever.
forever.
Amen.
Okay, so women should avoid Easter always, every time, always and forever. Amen. Well, all right. Well answered. Our next question. Were you aware that Reese Witherspoon named her child Tennessee?
Shit.
Man,
I know. I wish I thought of it too. Let's see. Our next question. Do you? And this comes to us in all caps, so it's very important. Do you like chocolate?
No.
unfortunately,
Chocolate
makes
hives
burst
out
of
pores.
all of
My.
all. Yeah.
Ah.
Meh.
Ow.
It's okay, Dr. Junior. You can take some time. Take all the time you need to recompose yourselves.
Sorry.
Chocolate
Is
bad.
and
Allergy
inducing
for.
me
Oh.
keep
Your
wits
about
You
henchman,
motherfucker.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. All right, that's a strong reaction. I'm gonna go ahead and let's move on to the next question. I think that would be best. Our next question comes to us from a very lonely person, and this, for some reason, is in the etiquette section. It reads, "I had diarrhea in church during Easter services?" Question mark.
Diarrhea.
Can't.
Stop.
Autism.
All right. Well, I'm not sure anything can, but it's great to know that we have a second opinion on that. Our last question is, let's see. Oh, our last question is, and this one is in family. Okay. No, I'm sorry. I have a better one. A better one. Our last question is in the senior citizens section, and it reads, "When did you first realize you were old?"
Today.
Unfortunately.
Well, that's a sad realization for all of us, Dr. Junior, but as you all know, everybody's old. We're born old and we die old, so you're not old alone. You can old with the rest of us, and you can old with the best of us, I would dare say.
Never.
Or
Ever.
not. You could just
Ever.
or not.
You-
could,
Son
yeah.
Of
a
bitch. Yeah.
Well, you know what? You know what? Fuck you. I don't even care. What up? Come at me, Dr. Junior.
you
Won't
You're right.
do
Because I'm old.
anything
Yeah,
bitch.
that's right.
because
You
Yeah.
don't
know
proper
grammar.
idiot.
Sure I diz. Of course I done. You tell me. You take that back. You son of a bitch. You know what? We're gonna cut the cameras and we're gonna take this out back. Dr. Junior, meet me outside. Damn it, Dr. Junior brings out the worst in everybody. Mild-mannered reporter turned back alley ass surgeon, kicking ass.
Shit, man. Tennessee.
Yeah, apparently.
So it's Tennessee Witherspoon.
Apparently, yeah. And she's born. She was. It said in the description she's born in like Kentucky or like Louisiana, so it makes even less sense. But yeah, I guess it's no worse than naming your child Paris
Yeah.
and then naming her last name after a hotel chain. I mean, who the fuck does that? Losers. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna move. We're trucking. We're gonna keep on trucking. We're gonna continue to truck. We're just gonna truck. And we're going to go on to some ending games. We're going to play some sex positions. Long-awaited sex positions. And Ed, you're going to start us off. Sex positions is a game where we're each going to take turns coming up with sex positions, and then we're going to go around and describe that sex position for the benefit of all, for the education of our listeners. Ed, I believe you have one prepared for us already for the beginning of the show. Why don't you go ahead and tell us about it?
Yep, it's the flash drive.
Oh, okay.
Just kidding.
That's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Cut it
That's
off.
enough.
Cut it off.
Very serious game.
Okay, so I don't know if this is in the show or not, but everyone made me say Brummel and Brown because they don't think it's a real product that is, butter yogurt, which it is.
I've never even heard those two words uttered in succession before,
Because
much less
they're
a product.
names, which is probably why. Yeah, it's Brummel and Brown.
No, butter yogurt. I've never heard anyone say butter yogurt.
It's like yogurt, or it's butter, but like one of the key ingredients is yogurt, and it's like more like creamy and stuff.
I mean, I may have heard that
It's super
those
good.
two words uttered once when I worked at a summer camp and the power failed on the fridge, and so I had
It's
to say,
like-
well, all of her lunch has gone bad, but her yogurt. Her yogurt's still fine.
Well, like it's actually really good. Like if you're gonna put butter on something, I prefer to put that on it because it's like
That's just what the commercial says. If you're gonna put butter on it, I prefer to put this on it.
Because and then it just trails
7 out
off.
of 10.
yeah. Before we start this game, I can tell you the story. So when I was like a little kid, there was this commercial that was playing for Daisy sour cream. Did I tell you about this?
The dollop of Daisy commercial?
Yeah. The dollop of Daisy. But there was like one like thing where a line in it said it makes everything taste better. And I'm like, so I'm like at the grocery store with my mom, and I'm just like begging her, like, can we get some Daisy, please, can we get some Daisy? She's like, why? Because it makes everything taste better. He's like, well, what don't you like? I don't really like salads. So put it on that. And she's like, okay. So she gets the sour cream, and we go home, and she just starts like making a bunch of food that I don't like. I just like put like a bunch of sour cream on it, and I eat it, and then I'm immediately just appalled that like it doesn't taste better. Like this, like, you know,
I dare say it tastes worse.
Doesn't taste good with sour cream on it. This salad, this bowl of lettuce isn't great with just drenched in sour cream. And my like little kid just world was just shattered.
They lied to me in that commercial. Fuck.
I don't think. I mean, I like sour cream, but like Daisy, man, your marketing department, we got to go outside and we got to tussle.
We got words. As soon as that Junior's finished beating the shit out of that guy, we're gonna have some words.
just kick down the door to Daisy, like, yo, what's up, Daisy?
We got words.
Hey, who else said business? Come outside. We beat the shit out of y'all.
I'm gonna fill you up with butter yogurt.
Sprite and Z-Deutsch?
When I was a kid, I used to do that with hot sauce to get over being a picky eater. I put hot sauce on salad. I put hot sauce on burgers and like chicken and like everything. Fish sticks, doesn't matter. Just hot sauce until I get used to it.
I've started recently doing that. So
I mean, yeah, I've done that to this day with like sriracha. Like I think I was really onto something there because it turns out everything does taste better with either hot sauce or Parmesan cheese, depending on the food.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Or
so anyway.
Both. Whoa. So your sex position is Brummel and Brown.
All right. So the Brummel and Brown, as we the average peon knows here, is when a couple dresses up in giant bumblebee outfits and tries having sex in a bramble patch without disturbing any brown bears in the area. However, if a brown bear is disturbed and intrudes, it must be included in the act.
All right. Well, that's all right. Well, so now we all know the foundations of doom metal are the three basic sounds. You've got your truck. You've got ee, and then you've got brown. And every doom metal song is a mix of those three core elements. And now the Bramble and Brown is what happens when you go on tour and you realize that you don't have time to stop and rehearse on the way there. So while you're on the tour bus, you're brumbling around and you bust out the brown. You're brumbling and you're brown. You kill two birds with one stone. That's the Brumble and Brown.
Well, it's actually much easier than that. The Brummel and Brown is motorboating, followed by pooping. So you brown it.
Start with Brumble and end with Browning.
End with Brown.
Or your money back.
This too could be yours for 6 easy payments of.
Of what, Ed? Of what?
I don't know.
Money.
I'm a pretty cheap date, so I mean, like 10 cents. I don't care.
All right, guys.
So 60 cents.
How much does one condom cost? Okay, that's that much.
Free at your local health center.
Bada bing.
The more you know. All right, guys. Tell me about the shoehorned unicorn.
So the shoehorned unicorn is what happens is when you've got your porn and you've got it written out and you're ready to start shooting the next day, but then your nephew comes up and he's like, hey man, I got a great idea for this porn. You know what it really needs? It needs some unicorn. So you got to shoehorn in that fucking unicorn where it don't belong, and as you would expect, it results in uterine trauma, and you end up in the emergency room with a chick mounted on top of a unicorn, and you've got to explain that, and you never let your nephew near the scene of your porns again.
This has been happening so much in recent years.
Right? Every day you turn on the TV and you got another porn star impaled on a unicorn. I mean, I don't know what society's come to.
I've stopped watching the news since this has happened. Like,
yeah.
It's
just grotesque. You can't get away from it.
First
Ebola, now this.
Well, actually, the shoehorn unicorn is when you're playing horseshoes with your significant other, and you're just playing horseshoes and they're great. But then you realize midway through that they're horseshoes from a unicorn. and so then a bunch of unicorns come out and they like beat the crap out of you, and they like shove their like horn up your rectum, and it just tears you up from the inside, and you and your significant other are just like dying. But hey, it was like pleasurable for like a half second, and now it's just my life's over.
For some reason, I thought you said playing horseshoes in their grave.
Well, that too.
That sounds dangerous and exciting.
No, we're just really morbid here at Chimp Knuckles for always and forever.
Chimpknuckles.com. You're gonna die soon.
So really, the shoehorn unicorn is when you view someone so perfect from far away, like so perfect and one of a kind, and you try and force your way into their life because you want to get to know them better and because you think you can see a future together, but it just doesn't work. The shoehorning does not work. This position is also known as head sliding into zero with base. So, yeah, it's a bit of a
so that's
challenge.
okay. No, that makes way more sense. Okay, why don't you guys tell me about the Japanese earbuds.
Well, the Japanese earbuds is when you go to the wonderful country of Japan, and you just start shoving. You meet two wonderful gentlemen, and the two wonderful gentlemen are like, "Hey, we're gonna treat you nice," and then you end up shoving their boy parts into both of your ears, and you're like, "Hey, this sounds like music," and they put on your favorite song, and their favorite song starts just pumping through their urethras, and you're like, "This is," and you start headbanging to your favorite song with two peepees in your ear, and you're like, "Man, this is great. I love Japan," and then you stay in Japan forever, but you don't know Japanese, so you just feel alienated and lost and die alone.
I love Japan.
Well, that was close, from what I know of it, but I believe the Japanese earbuds are actually when you try and have sex in one of those Japanese tube hotels, and by the end it gets so tangled up that you don't know your left from your right.
Heyo.
Ho ho. So, not quite. The Japanese earbuds are what happens when you're into really specific ear play, and you just get a hotel room, you get two hookers, and you just have them one on each ear, and so you're just you're porning in stereo there.
Oh wait, I got one. So the Japanese earbuds is when you smoke weed from Japan in through your ears.
And out through your mouth.
You know.
As one does.
Of course.
Of course.
Earbuds.
So that was Chimp Knuckles, brought to you by Brumble and Brown. We put the E-truck in brown.com.
I'm gonna. It's a real thing. Why don't you believe me?
You know what? Post it on the Chimp Knuckles Facebook page, and then all our listeners can come and view it for themselves.
Wait. Hold up. Their website is makinglifebetter.com.
How the
/
fuck?
Brumble and Brown.
It's not brumbleandbrown.com/makinglifebetter. They couldn't get that.
It's Unilever.
Somebody
also
else
like
owns brumbleandbrown.com.
Is their website also like a Christian New Wave pyramid scheme?
No. It's apparently it's the slogan for Unilever, who is their parent company.
Making life better through the power of crystals.
You know what? I'm gonna post this.
Post all of it.
And I'm going to very much confuse everyone who is not the three of us.
Brumble and Brown's gonna realize why do we have so much more traffic? We have 2 more people than we usually do. I don't understand.
Why are we going to the Brumble and Brown website? Yes, it's yogurt. It's spreadable butter made with yogurt.
Dude, post it on the page itself so that all our fans can be like, why is this here?
I mean, oh yeah, I am an admin. I guess I can do that.
Do it.
Scroll up to the top of my Facebook here.
Do it.
What are we at? No, that's the.
Is this the part of the show where we talk about what we learned about?
Oh yeah, we do have to talk
something.
about it. I forgot all about that.
Should there be a caption? No caption.
No caption at all. Yeah, so today I learned that Brumble and Brown is a real thing, and that it Brumbles is almost as hard as it browns. Ed, what did you learn?
I learned where to put Japanese peepees.
And it's not where you think. More at 11. Matt, what did you learn?
Well, I learned that rabbits also forgo a type of PTSD, and that's also sad.
Lettuce is hell. Yeah, we are on the Facebook, the YouTube, the Twitter. We're all at Twitter. We're on Instagram, and it's blowing the fuck up out of my phone. But yeah, for an audio only podcast, we sure have a lot to offer Instagram. Apparently, that photo sharing web service sure does love our audio only podcast.
Can't you do like 6-second videos or something like that, or like some short video?
We could, but it would as little sense as our podcast makes in an hour long chunk. It would make even less with just 6 seconds of it at a time. So that could be the key to our success. Is just 6 seconds of Brumble and Brown truck and then no context.
This musician that I like recently started an Instagram, and what I'm pretty sure he's doing is like teasing out his new album in like 5-second chunks out of order. Which is just like so funny.
You know when I hide it.
And then, like, what?
Can you imagine if like Creed had that technology? Like you go to like play an Instagram video, and it's just like wide open, and then just like cuts out. It's like, all right, yeah, that's
I'm 6 feet from 6 feet from where? I've got to follow them to find out. Those genius bastards, those diabolical bastards. So we are on all the social medias. You can find us there. We are on www.chimpknuckles.brown, which I should just go up and snatch that domain right now.
Chimpknuckles.brown.
Chimpknuckles.brown.
Oh, aren't there way more of those dot things now as of a couple years ago?
Yeah, there's like dot
thousands of
ninja. There's a whole bunch of
Google it.
words. There's all the words, and we're definitely getting chimpknuckles.brown. We're buying that. I'm adding that to our domain name. Post haste.
Add it to your Christmas wish list.
Exactly. All I want
Dear
for
Santa, I want brown.
All I want for
Love,
Christmas
Michael.
is brown.
All I want for Christmas is my two brown.
2 front browns, my 2 front browns.
Oh,
The
All I want for
Cleveland
Christmas
Browns.
is my
the Cleveland
truck
Browns.
brown. All I want for Christmas is a doom metal band.
truck.
Bro. So BenBrown.com does our music. Ben Sound. He doesn't understand why, but he does. But hey, great, good for him. So Chimp Knuckles, we finally got our catchphrase, and it's truck brown. Good night, everybody. Remember to
Now the world
remember to
don't
truck your when you're brown. The world don't truck to the of just one
Just
brown.
brown.
Well, it might be brown for you. Might a little green. No, green. Where did green come
Brown.
from?
Good night.
Good night.
Yay!